Alright guys, GF7 and today we're back with another preview video. Another preview video on tonight's matches. We've got the Super Cup, we've got the Football League Cup in England, and I may even go over some other games, but it'll probably most likely be them two only. There's a lot of games to get through. It's just a preview, it's just to talk about each little game individually. Obviously there'll be a lot on the Super Cup because it's the Super Cup. Anyway, let's roll into it. First of all, we're starting off with Real Madrid versus Sevilla. Real Madrid, who beat Atletico Madrid in the final of last season's Champions League to lift the trophy, and Sevilla, who beat Liverpool 3-1 in the Europa League final. Come head to head. Obviously you can see the dominance of Spain, as there are two Spanish teams in there for the, I don't know, it's a few years in a row now, because it's just, they just win every time. Real Madrid, of course, have Ronaldo, who's in prime form still. We have Bale, they have Benzema. They haven't made too many signings, Real Madrid, but they haven't really let anyone go. They have, of course, got Morata back, and they do say that Morata will be their first choice striker from now on. I would like to see if he does actually start playing, and if he will actually be their first choice striker that they are on about. Of course, on the other hand, we have Sevilla. Sevilla are a decent club in the league. They usually finish about 5th or 4th or 6th. They're at the top end of the league, of course, and they've won 3 years in a row of the Europa League. And they get put into the Champions League, and you would expect them to give out a decent fight with the likes of Conor Plianka. But overall, you would expect Real Madrid to be too good for Sevilla. Neither team has made that many transfers. And going into this new season, you'd expect Real Madrid to be battling for the league again. And so in the UEFA Super Cup, I'd have to go for a 1-0 win to Real Madrid, although the last time they did play, Real Madrid beat them 4-0. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Real Madrid because it'll be a cagey encounter. Real Madrid are going back into the game, into the season, without really any knowledge of what's happened and no experience of the season, and so we'll see if that will come out. Next we have loads and loads and loads of Football League Cup fixtures from the first round. The likes of Norwich, Villa and Newcastle do seem to get let off in the thing. The team that goes down don't have to qualify. But other than that, we've got all the Championship, all the League 1 and all the League 2 teams, as far as I'm aware. And I think there may be some non-league in there. I'm not sure if there is or not. I'm not sure if we have non-league or not, but yeah. I mean, it's just a Football League Cup, so it's literally just Championship, League 1, League 2. Anyway, let's get into it. Accrington versus Bradford. Bradford are, of course, in League 1, I think, now. And Accrington Stanley are in League 2. Accrington Stanley, you never expect them to do too much. And Bradford, you'd expect them to be the better team in this. But Bradford have let a few players go. Bradford have done as good as they are when they done their heroics of the League Cup final a few years back. But I expect it to be a 2-0 win for Bradford. Next up, we have Barnsley versus Northampton. Barnsley versus Northampton is a good encounter. Northampton, I believe, is still in League 2. Barnsley in Championship. Barnsley got beat by the other day. Northampton, not sure what their results were. But I'd expect, personally, I would think that Northampton can do quite well here. And I can see that Northampton could come out with a 1-0 win away from home. Now, next we have Birmingham versus Oxford. Birmingham, I can't remember their score the other day. What was it? Let's have a quick check. Birmingham, 0-0 at Cardiff, so they did get a 0-0. But Oxford, I'm not sure what they done. I'll have a quick check on them as well, actually. Oxford, they did in fact. Oh, can't find one, but yeah, Oxford did in fact get a decent result, and so I'd go for a 0-0 draw, and we'll see extra time, I'd say, on that one, because I can't see Birmingham doing too well. Next up, we have Blackpool versus Bolton, the two teams that have been relegated. Blackpool in League 2 now, I think, yeah, and Bolton in League 1. Two teams that were in the Premier League not so long ago, and they have just collapsed, and now they've gone down the divisions. I would expect Bolton to come out with a result. I'm just not sure. Probably Could be a goal fest counter, but neither team's got a great defence. I'll go 3-2 to Bolton. Brighton versus Colchester. You'd expect Brighton to win this, although Colchester did win in their League 2 fixture. But Brighton did get a 0-0 draw with Derby. And I'll go for a 3 or 4-0 win to Brighton, personally. Next up with Cambridge vs Sheffield Wednesday. Cambridge, the club I like, the club I like to support, although they're not my favourite club because I do support Arsenal officially. But Cambridge are a team that my dad grew up near Cambridge, and so yeah, that's why I support them. And they're playing Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday, who did get that 1-0 win against Aston Villa. You'd expect Sheffield Wednesday to win. But I will go for a 1-1 draw on the night, and maybe, just maybe, Cambridge might be able to win on penalties. I'm going to skip a few now because I see there's a long list and half the teams I'm not sure about too much, so I'm going to skip a few teams. The next one I'm going to do is Coventry versus Portsmouth. Portsmouth, always favourites to League 2. They got a 1-1 draw at the weekend against Coventry, who won the favourites in their league. And so we'll expect a 1-0 win maybe for Portsmouth, probably away from home. Derby versus Grimsby. Derby, you'd expect. Derby are one of the best in the Championship. And they did draw 0-0 the other day, and they got Grimsby at home. I would expect them to get 3 or 4 tonight against Grimsby. Probably about a 4-0 win, I'd say, for them. Doncaster versus Nottingham Forest. Doncaster, lower league, Nottingham Forest in the Championship, of course. You'd expect Nottingham Forest to go through. Nottingham Forest did beat Burton Albion 4-3. That was a close game. Burton Albion put up a good fight, but speaking of that, I would say it's probably going to be a 0-0 and go to extra time, and maybe Doncaster could win it. Ipswich, Stevenage. Ipswich, second in the league after the first game, after beating who they be? Someone, and they are now second in the league to Norwich, and they are expected to do well again tonight against Stevenage. Stevenage are a lower league opposition again, and I would expect a 2-3-0 victory for Ipswich Town tonight. Next one I will be doing is Oldham versus Wigan. Oldham versus Wigan, you'd expect Wigan to do well. Wigan came back up to the Championship, and now they're expected to do well in the Championship. But now they're away to Oldham tonight, and I'd expect Oldham just to sit back, relax, and enjoy the atmosphere really. But I reckon it could be Wigan's to take home. Next one we'll do is Shrewsbury versus Huddersfield. You expect Huddersfield to do well. You expect Shrewsbury to have a good game. Probably a 0-0 draw is probably what would be the most likely tonight. And the final one we will do for tonight is Preston versus Hartlepool. Preston versus Hartlepool. Two decent sides. Preston, always a difficult side to play against. Of course, in the Championship against Hartlepool in League 2. And Hartlepool did get something at the weekend, and Preston did get something the other day. Both came in to the season looking strong. But what will come out as a result, I'm not sure. I would go for 2-1 to Preston on the night, and maybe Hartlepool could get a draw, maybe, I'm not sure. But that's my predictions. Anyway guys, if you did enjoy, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.